Hello, Jayanam here. I will show you today how to render with an HDRI that is selected in the viewport shading in Blender 2.9. For demonstration I used this project with a hard surface mesh that I created, and we are here in the look dev mode. I open the viewport shading where I can select different HDRIs. This looks great, but the problem is when I go now to the render preview, there's no HDRI attached anymore, because what you see here is the scene world and there we just have a grey color as the background. We can disable it here as well, but anyway it won't be visible when rendering it by pressing the F12 key. Of course you can always go ahead and add a custom HDRI image as a background, for example from HDRI Haven. But there's a free add-on to use the HDRI in the viewport for rendering as well. You just have to check this checkbox and press F12. The add-on is called Use HDRI for Rendering, and you can see it in my preferences. The add-on is written by Joshua Knauber. You can get it from this page on the Blender Market, and here you can see that you can get it for free. By the way, he also wrote the Layre Painter add-on, and I will come up with a tutorial for this next week. The link to his add-ons is added to the description below. Check them out, they're great. There's one drawback for the add-on, and this is when you go to the interface and you don't render to a separate window, but for instance to the maximized area, then it doesn't work because the add-on needs an active viewport. The same is true for rendering animations, then just the first frame is rendered. So what I did is I used some of Joshua's code and put it into an own add-on. With that you can create and remove the HDRI setup manually by using operators. It is called VP HDRI and it comes with a panel and 2 buttons. So let's open the shader editor to have a look at the world nodes after pressing the button HDRI setup. So change from object to world. Here we see the nodes. Then I select one and use the Node Arrange add-on, which comes with Blender by default, you just have to activate it. And with this you can arrange the nodes and you see the extracted HDRI image of the viewport, which is finally assigned then to a new output node. And when I press the button Remove HDRI Setup, yeah, all the nodes are removed again. Here you can see the Python code. These functions are written by Joshua, just copied them, which are basically for adding and removing the nodes. And I just added 2 operators in which I used these functions. And these operators are added to a panel. Very basic stuff, you find it here on my GitHub. The link can be found in the description below. A new feature could be to use the blur of the image in the viewport also for rendering, which is not possible at the moment. Okay guys, I really hope you liked this video, and please tell me if I should occasionally show reviews of Blender add-ons. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and follow me on my social media on Instagram, Twitter or Facebook, and I'll see you in the next one on Jayanam.